at ISB you don't really have time to do everything, so there is a lot of FOMO around. Both the campuses are amazing. Unlike any other campus in India, there are no dogs, so no one barking all night round. There are bunnies and peacocks.
Wow, that's nice. Okay, all right. Hi. So today at Real Humans of B School, we are here in conversation with Anurag Bandhu, who's coming to us from ISB. I think it's one of the toughest colleges to get in. So how was the feeling, Anurag, once you got through ISB?
It was amazing. So it took me quite some time to really realize that it is actually true. So, and
I'm sure.
I was sitting having dinner with my family and keeping refreshing the portal to see whether it was coming through or not. So that's when it happened.
Okay, so you must have, seen it like multiple times. I want to keep seeing, and then finally we go
Yeah.
ahead and we get that good news that, you've cracked it.
Yeah, it so happened. So what happened was that day, ISB released the rejection first. So all the people who were getting rejected got it first on their portal, then the waitlisted, and then we were kept waiting even further.
Okay.
So we were in some WhatsApp group and people were getting rejected and stuff like that. So it was getting grim. Then waitlisted, it got grimmer, and then when it came, the whole atmosphere changed.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like the excitement, and when you have all the group, everybody saying, "Oh, I got in," and then you start hearing all the rejects. It kind of like shit. Abhi maybe nahi aaya abhi tak, so I'm also like rejected. That kind of a feeling which is there. So, how was it? Like tell us a little bit more about like you've had a lot of experience, I believe, before ISB.
Yeah, so at ISB, for ISB, I did not really have too much experience because, for example, even in my class, I had someone with a 22 years of experience.
Wow, that's like amazing.
And the overall average work ex was around 4.5 to 5 years.
Okay.
So considering that it was around the average market.
You can, yes.
Most of the people are from 4 to 6 years of experience, the large chunk. So considering that it was
okay, so
not a very high amount of work.
How is life at ISB there? Like a 1 year of rigor? Do you like even feel that 1 year gets flashes by, or how does it go?
Yeah, so the time, actually what I felt was that the time passed in an exponential fashion. So for example, the first term went a bit too slowly. The second one was faster than that, and every subsequent term went much faster than the previous one.
So how's a typical day in life at ISB like?
So it again depends on what part of the year it is. So in the first few terms, people are very tensed about everything, right from the group discussion to the classes, the pre-reads and everything. So those terms are very difficult. But once you get the hang of it for a few terms, you know how the things are, how to prep, how to do the pre-reads, and what kind of discussions to be done. So it gets a bit easier towards the end.
Okay, that's interesting.
On a typical day for someone like me, it is easy to get enough 7 hours of sleep, but there were people who could not get even 4 hours of sleep.
Wow, that's like, I think sleep management is a thing that all B schools teach you thoroughly how to work on.
Yeah.
So you also mentioned, Anurag, there were people in your batch with 22 years of experience. So you, how is it studying with someone who's so experienced? I mean, they would be knowing a lot of things. So do you get to learn a lot from them?
Sorry for that. So yeah, there is a lot of P2P sessions. There are a lot of things. So what happens is that usually the younger people were better with the ACATs.
Okay.
But what the people with higher work ex brought was the, you could say, work efficiency, the work ethics, the way we could do it, the strategizing part of it. So that was way too good actually to learn from them. So
correct. That's definitely the, and when you say P2P sessions, you mean to say peer-to-peer learning sessions, right?
Yeah, yes.
That's a very good thing which you get, with with a lot of experienced people, and I think peer learning is one of the most important things of any MBA which you are doing.
Yeah.
So what would be your like the campus life at ISB? Is it only academics and placements and study, or do you all get to have some fun as well?
So the campus life is amazing. So to explain the campus life, I'll say that like at ISB, you don't really have time to do everything. So there is a lot of FOMO around. The FOMO is there for ACATs, non-ACATs, everything. So
Okay.
there are people who would be trying to take part in everything, but they can't. Whether it is ACATs or non-ACATs. So even for parties and stuff, you cannot do everything. There are a lot of co-curricular activities. Again, you cannot be doing everything. There are many of them happening in parallel to each other. Even if you have time, you won't be able to do everything. In terms of the courses, we have over 100 elective courses available to us.
Wow.
And we can take a maximum of 21 courses.
Okay.
And a minimum of 70 to graduate. So again, it is you can only cover 1/5 of what is available.
True.
There are 2 campuses. People can switch between the campuses for a campus exchange.
Okay.
Both the campuses are amazing. Unlike any other campus in India, there are no dogs, so no one barking all night long. There are bunnies and peacocks.
Wow, that's nice. So you also, like you mentioned, you are taking 1/5 of the course. Suppose if you've taken 21 courses and you feel like I want to sit in for another session, so do they like allow you? Some B schools allow that take it and just sit for a couple of lectures without being accredited.
Yeah, so you're allowed to take courses for credit and not for credit as well.
Okay.
But in total, you cannot exceed more than 21.
Okay.
The minimum you require is 17. So
All
you
right.
can take 17 plus 4 non-credit, or you can take 21 with credit. That is also fine. So I took 20 with credit.
Okay, that's interesting. That's a nice thing. And you have a plethora of options to choose from. So when you are like, having so many options, how do you choose? How do you decide what is it that you are interested in? Like, you did so much of work, and then what made you choose, I want to get into this product management and further ahead, proceed ahead in that?
So essentially, in terms of choosing the electives, what ISB does is it allows you to attend the first session without bidding. So I attended most of, I cannot attend all of it, but I used to attend around 8 or 10 different subjects, and I would choose 4 or 5 from them.
Okay, that's interesting.
That was a bit too easy.
Okay, so you would
in terms of the job, so I had the thought of staying back in real estate and construction, so that is where my job came.
Okay, so that's interesting. And you're a civil engineer by background before, right? So that helps to sustain in that field. That's good. So what was your GMAT score?
Oh, I got a 720 in GMAT.
Wow, that's like so amazing. So didn't you ever consider that I want to study abroad as well also? Why ISB over going abroad?
So I had some family constraint. I'm already married. So I preferred to stay within India because there would be issues with visa and such.
All right. Okay, that's really interesting. So how did you then balance and juggle being married and balancing a 1-year MBA program, which is so hectic?
So ISB allows you to bring family. So my wife was with me during the whole program. So
that's lovely.
There were no long distance phone calls and stuff.
So no problems as such. Everything is there around itself. Okay, that's nice. Yeah. So do you ever feel that, oh shit, I should have been doing my MBA without being married? Did you miss out on any of that?
Not really. If at all, I had more things to do actually.
Nice. That's good. I'm sure your wife is also going to be watching the video, so it's better we don't say anything else. Nice. That's interesting.